José Graziano da Silva, welcome to the 9th Forum for the Future of Agriculture. You've spoken to the forum this morning. You are the Director General for the Food and Agriculture Organization, the FAO, part of the UN. And I know that one of the key things that you have told the forum today is that we know the problems, and really the problems are all around survival, but we don't all agree on the solutions. What have you heard today that gives you hope for progress?
The first hope for progress is that everybody's concerned about. I think this is a good starter, that we are listening one to the other to seek for the better solution. There is a lot of conflict of interest behind the scenes. Farmers want to keep the way they are producing. They don't want to pay for this adjustment that is needed. Governments are very concerned about the future, but they don't have the means to address it in a more comprehensive approach, still approaching silos by silos, agriculture, nutrition, health, environment, and so on. So the problems remain there, but I think that is a hope also from the technological point of view, that much more information is available, much more new technologies that are more friendly to the environment can be used by farmers now. It's just to find a better way how we bring this to the farmers, especially to family farmers. So it's not an easy problem.
The how is the real question to solve.
Yes.
Not the what or the why, but the how. Now I know the FAO, you're in your 71st year now. You're part of debate, dialogue, exchange of information, and you produce reports. When you look at the practical goals and measures that are needed to make sure that implementation of the Sustainable Development Goals actually does start to happen, in your experience, particularly working in Latin America and working on the Brazil Zero Hunger Project, what are the measures, the targets, sharing the information technology to speak to each other? What are the practical steps? Are we starting to see them, or is that part of the how?
Well, unfortunately, we didn't start to implement what I believe is one of the most important, is to have a more comprehensive approach of the SDGs. The SDGs are not targets, isolated targets. They are all interacting one with the other. For example, hunger is interacting with poverty, but also with sustainable agricultural production. How to have more food available, not in the traditional manner. What I would say that is, let's say, encouraging us is that this time, for the first time, we have also civil society and private sector on board. So it's not only governments that are concerned about the future. The civil society organization and the private sector are also supporting this new approach.
Ban Ki-moon opened up the conference this morning with a video address and talked about that interdependence of the goals being essential. You've talked today about interlinking and the uncertainty that climate change brings, but you've also talked about the transformation of the agricultural model. If you could sum that up for me, that transformation, what does it need?
What I said basically was that we need now to reinvent agriculture. The last time we did it, because we did along the history of humanity many times, last time was during the 70s, 1970s, 60s, 70s, was the Green Revolution. How we did at that time? We were facing a big challenge of increased production. And we did using more irrigation, more chemicals.
And it was more of everything, wasn't it?
Yes.
And
yes.
that was the old-fashioned definition of intensification.
Exactly.
But that's changing.
Exactly. We need to change it now. Not only because we have new technologies available that are not so aggressive to the environment, but also because the problem nowadays is not only to produce more food. The problem is to produce more nutritious food, better quality. We are not looking after only more quantity. of commodities to be produced. We are looking for healthy foods to provide a healthy diet, to cope with nutrition issue. Obesity is growing. As we bring the number of hungry people down, we saw obesity raise. So now it's time for quality. Now it's time for tailored solution, not for one size fits all as we did in the past.
So tailored solutions and that talking to each other. Precision farming is one thing that crops up in the second green revolution.
For example, a good example.
These are the next steps that are important to you.
These are the next steps. These are the future. We need to start to look also to a better system for irrigation. We have it available. Drop irrigation is one possibility, but there are many other. How to reutilize the water that we use in the cities for agriculture uses. So there are many technology, what I'm saying. We need now to bring them together as we did in the 70s.
So that's the final call to action then. In this modern day, this is the way we need to look at how we bring all of this together for the 21st century.
It's not one solution alone. There is no silver bullet anymore. We need to have a more comprehensive approach. We need to bring all those solutions together. And we need to find a way that this could be used by family farmers that are the most affected by the moment. That's the question.
Thank you very much. We hope that the forum goes some way to shining a light on these debates.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, José.
My pleasure.